I thought I'd revisit the G-Shock GBD-200 since my original video was popular. My first review, which included the DW5600, clocked up nearly 1 million views at the time of making this video. And here's what I think after 3 years of living with the watch. I'll put an affiliate link in the description so you can find the product. If you purchase through the link, I may receive a small fee at no extra cost to you. So I may have owned the watch for 3 years, but the GBD-200 is not a favourite. I have to keep these reviews honest and subjective, and the truth is, I wear it occasionally, but not often. Having now spent much longer with the watch, I'll go through the things I like and don't like in no particular order. Display, good. In fact, it's the main reason I bought the watch. It has a recognisable classic square-style G-Shock look, paired with an always impressive MIP display that stands for memory in pixel, and it's the only type of negative display that Casio makes that doesn't really annoy me. On the MIP display, and in this large digit display mode, the digits jump right out at me, making them incredibly easy to read. The backlight, half good. It lights up in white, which I like, but I prefer Casio's electroluminescence better because it fills the display in a uniform way, whereas this reminds me of those idiot LED rear number plate lights that light up a triangular area of license plate directly underneath them, leaving the rest of the plate unreadable. It works on the watch, but it's a bit messy with these brighter bits down here where the bulbs are probably located. Perhaps electroluminescence isn't possible on a MIP display. Another reason the backlight only scores a half good is because the tilt-activated auto light function is massively annoying and deviously turns itself off seemingly for no reason other than to test the very limits of my forbearance. This results in its annoying victim performing this action in an unfortunate reciprocal motion that might leave onlookers aghast. I like the big easy find push button for the backlight. I'll often pick up this watch for a nighttime stroll because of how easy the backlight push button is to operate. What about its potential to deliver the same enduring and timeless appeal of the classic G-Shock squares? Not good. When you pack something with supposed smart tech, you condemn it to an inevitable obsolescence in the near future. For me, I love G-Shocks and other digital Casios because they're a firm rejection of the nagging, notification spamming, battery-hungry, Bluetooth-burdened little parasites like the iPhone and the like that demand people's undivided attention and constant updates. All I really want it to do is to tell the time, look great, be comfortable, and not annoy me. And that is achieved by putting it into airplane mode and deleting the app from my phone. A mindset I'm sure is shared by others because people are making videos just to explain how to enable airplane mode on the GBD-200. I'll show you here. Hold the top left button until this menu appears. It doesn't always work on my first, second or third try. Eventually, I'll get to this menu with tiny writing. Scroll down with the bottom left button to Airplane M. And use the top right button to enter the airplane mode settings. Use the bottom left and top left buttons to scroll up or down to select On. Next, hit the top right button to select. Finally, exit by pressing the bottom right button. What a pain in the ass just to do something as simple as that. Which is one of the reasons I don't use any of the workout functions and many other features of the watch, because you have to memorize button sequences like memorizing algorithms to solve a Rubik's Cube. And I'm never going to memorize it because I rotate my watches. I don't wear this every day. And my second bugbear is that all of this is made more difficult by the fact that I can't read this, or this to remind me what the buttons do because the text is incredibly small. And the text on the plastic bezel is not printed at all, it's just impressed. So I can't read that either unless I angle it to catch some light. In case you're wondering, I have pretty good vision. In short, if you want a smartwatch or fitness watch, just buy one of the dedicated touchscreen, purpose-built market leaders, is what I think. I like the GBD-200, as I think many other G-Shock enthusiasts probably do, because it's a great looking watch that lends its styling to the classic and much loved G-Shock squares of old. But if you're enjoying the tech-packed features of the watch, feel free to use the comment section to express how you're benefiting from them. Sticking with the module, there are some features I like other than just the big digit display on the main screen, and that are easily accessible. First, the bottom left button allows you to scroll through to the stopwatch. Top right to start stop and bottom right to clear. Good. And it displays the actual time at the bottom while I'm in stopwatch mode, which is a must-have feature for me. Second, a few taps of the top left button will get you here, where you can display dual time zones simultaneously. That's pretty much all I use. If you want a really comprehensive rundown on all of the module's capabilities and operations, I'll link to the best video I've seen on that in my description below. This is cool. The watch has a handy screensaver which turns off the display at night time. You can set this to a time of your preference. I think the default is 2 AM, and it's a lift-awake operation to turn it back on. Casio's website says the battery life is approximately 2 years, but mine is still going strong after 3, so you're not sacrificing battery life for this fancy big digit MIP display. Hey, I nearly missed this. Back to the stopwatch. I noticed when collecting some footage for this video, you only get your time to the nearest second. It doesn't have hundreds of seconds. I don't move anywhere fast enough to care, but if you bought this as a supposed sports watch or fitness watch, would you be happy with that? Even my Casio F91 has it beat here. By the way, I feature a lot of Casio watches on the channel. Please subscribe to see more. Build quality. Whilst I don't dispute its super tough G-Shock credentials, it's quite squeaky and creaky when I push and pull at it. A stark contrast to the classic G-Shocks, which feel completely solid. I'd like some metal pushers here. The plastic ones look cheap. I share the same sentiment for the buckle. The strap scores a good overall though. Here, as you might tell just from looking, is far more comfortable than this on my old school G-Shock. And the strap is made from more pliable material than the usual resin straps. Everyone should be able to find a perfect princess fit because of the numerous and close together holes that also offer ventilation. This is what the watch looks like on my 7-inch wrist. Very comfortable and very light, and an extremely capable 200 meter water resistant watch. It has a case thickness of around 13.5 millimeters and is 45 in this direction. The GBD-200 weighs a tiny 58 grams, or perhaps more than 250 grams if you include your smartphone it's supposed to pair with. That's a bit silly of me, sorry. I like the watch far too much to sell, but much prefer the more iconic G-Shocks that you can still buy. If you made it this far and the video was useful, please hit the like button, thanks. And you can see my first review of the GBD-200 by clicking here.